Hi, I'm Mark. This is my February review for Leo Sun Sign and Leo Rising. We start the month with Mercury going retrograde. Now Mercury's retrograde in your 7th house. This puts a lot of strain on communication within relationships. This will be very difficult. You may not be able to get the truth out of people. You may not be able to receive emails, or text may get misinterpreted. It's going to be very difficult, so it's best to stave off any real commitments within relationships until after the 20th, when Mercury goes direct again. We also have a long running aspect between Saturn and Chiron that starts on the 1st, and this goes through for 24 days, so it's time to work with this one. This again is in your 7th house and to your 9th house. 9th house is our beliefs, so here we have you having to look at your beliefs in people, look at your beliefs in others, and see how these may need changing. There may be wounds, old hurts that need to be looked at. There need to be past behaviour patterns, especially connected with the father. Have you inherited behaviour patterns from your father? These need to be analysed and looked at, because it's a good time to work with these. It's a good time to grow and understand people better. There's a very strong influence of other people during this month, and so you're going to have a lot of interaction with people. There's a lot you can learn about other people and yourself. It's balancing you and your responsibilities and your duties with those of others, and not only your partner but your friends, your colleagues and everybody. Also on the 1st, the Sun makes a square aspect to Mars, who's in your 10th house of career, destiny and your public standing. So there could be conflict in this area. The Sun in a square aspect is tension, so you need to diffuse this and avoid confrontation on this day. Then on the 4th, Jupiter makes an aspect to the Black Moon. Now the Black Moon, wherever she is, there's a shadow, and this is again is in your 10th house. But Jupiter will enlarge this shadow and bring it into the open, so you cannot avoid it. So there's opportunity here to work with the shadow side, with any fears you have connected with the 10th house. And this is a wonderful chance to put this right and to grow and to move on. On the 6th, we have a great day. It's a very fortunate day because the Sun makes a positive aspect to the Moon's nodes. Sun's in your 7th house. Also we have Venus in your 7th house. There's a strong emphasis on other people this month. Venus makes an aspect to Uranus and one to Chiron. So it's a good time to get things out in the open now. Discuss things within relationships. Discuss any weaknesses or any things that need to be developed and worked upon. And it's a good time to have acceptance of these and to heal them so you can move on. And with the Sun and his aspect to the nodes, this could be very fortunate. It could mean that you're in the right place at the right time. A friend or a colleague can be very useful here and can point you in the right direction. So people are key to your success at this moment in time. On the 7th, we have an aspect that is long running. It goes to the end of the year, and it's Saturn square in Uranus. Now Uranus is in your 10th house of career, of destiny, of your chosen path and your public standing. So what happens now if your life has become too rigid, if it's become too staid and too predictable? Then Uranus will bring up change. It will want you to make radical changes. Now the more you hang on and the more you try to avoid this, the worse it will be for you. So it's best to go with the change, make things happen rather than let things happen to you. Saturn is also about authority figures, so again this keeps cropping up as well this month, that there is issues in the past with authority figures at work or in your chosen field, where you may have been thwarted or you may have been accused of something that maybe you didn't do. So this has to be worked on now. This has to be overcome, put behind you, so that you can make changes and move forward. Then we have two aspects from Mercury on the 9th and 10th. The first is the second contact with the Moon's nodes, and this one will bring you a message. Mercury will bring you a communication, either from the unconscious or from the spirit world or from somewhere that will help to guide you on this path that you're now looking at changing. And then the 1 on the 10th, it could bring a little bit of irritability, so just be aware that this is a day when you could get a little bit upset with people, or not so agreeable with people. So try and avoid any confrontations that day, because Mars can bring out anger. On the 11th there's a new moon. This new moon is in the 7th house again, and it's in Aquarius. And this new moon can be about relationships. It can be about new relationships. This is about networking and connecting with people who can help you in the future. So also you can redefine old relationships and look at where things can be improved, because you need to look at your needs as opposed to the needs of others, and see if your needs are being met and their needs are being met, because there needs to be balance in relationships. Also with the new moon in Aquarius, it's easier to detach from the past. It's easier to let go of the past without too much emotion. So this is good as well. And the new moon in Aquarius is about originality. It's about thinking up new ways of doing things. This is a good new moon for sowing seeds within relationships and networks, also in group organisations, because Aquarius is very good at humanitarian and group organisations as well. So if you have any interest in these type of things, this is a good time to take that up, initiate that. Also on the 11th, the same day as the new moon, Venus makes 2 aspects. The first is a conjunction to Jupiter, and this is a very fortunate, very agreeable aspect. This is good for relationships. It's also good financially as well. Venus is desire and Jupiter is how we relate, so these two work very well together. On the same day, Venus makes a square to the black moon Lilith, and here Venus can bring her out of her shell, bring her out of the shadow for a while, to come and enjoy herself and have some fun and excitement. Also, this is very good for bringing new people into your life, and you need people at the moment, because people can help you and they can help you get on in life. Then on the 12th, Mars makes an aspect to Neptune. Now, we know Mars is in the 10th house, we spoke about that. Well, Neptune can help shed a different light on things here. Neptune can give a greater understanding, see a more different, perhaps worldly, spiritual picture of things. And it may bring to light the fact that perhaps the course of action you've been following isn't quite right and is maybe futile, and this is a good time to change to a different course of action now. The weekend of the 13th and 14th isn't a particularly good one, because Mercury's pushing back that last little bit before he turns retrograde on the 20th. And he makes 3 aspects, and they're not particularly clever ones, because they're going to bring you down a bit. They're going to make you feel like your glass is half empty for those couple of days. So maybe time to chill out and not put too much pressure on yourself. Then on the 15th, Venus makes a lovely aspect to the moon's nose. This is the 3rd of 4 aspects the nose will receive, and this is a very fortunate one as well for you. This could be good for careers, could be good for public standing. It could also be good with friends and networking again, because the North Node in your 11th house. Your way forward is through networking and getting the best out of other people. They can help you shape your future now. They can help you set new goals, and they can help you achieve those goals. On the 19th, it could be a difficult day within relationships, because Venus squares Mars. It's only difficult if there are underlying issues around that haven't been brought up or spoken about. If there are no issues, then it should pass very well, and there could be a bit of extra excitement. Then on the 20th, Mercury finally moves direct, and in fact all the planets are direct, and they're all direct until the 23rd of May. So now is the time you can really move things forward. Just give Mercury a day or two just to get that forward motion going nicely, and then you can start putting things into action. On the 23rd is a great aspect. This is between Mars and Pluto. Now, this can work well if you're looking for a career change, or if you're looking to improve things at work. This can work very well, because Mars is in your 10th house, Pluto's in the 6th house. So now you can really get ahead. You can put plans, big plans into action. All you have to remember is that Pluto will not put up with the Mars ego. So don't get too egocentric about things. Keep things on a nice even keel. Pluto can help you. Pluto can help you make creative transformations. If you're not working or concerned about your career, you can also make changes within your daily routines. This can be your health or your diet or your exercise or anything else you do on a regular basis. You can make, again, plans to change things here and transform your life. This is an excellent opportunity now. This lasts for 5 days. So you've got a good time to tune in with these energies and get transformations going. And now that all the planets are direct, it will be so much easier to get things done. On the 24th of 5 days, Jupiter makes the 4th connection with the Moon's nodes this month, and they're all positive connections, so you can expect a lot to happen, especially with Jupiter on the last one, because Jupiter expands everything. This is a time of great growth. This is a time when you'll be put in the spotlight. That's why it's so important over the weeks that have gone by that you forge new relationships with people that can help you and can get you going in the right direction. This is a time when you can use all your talents. Your South Node is in the 5th house. That's the house of creativity. So now you need to harness all those talents that you've got inherent in you and put them to good use, and follow the North Node, which is the 11th house. This is your aims and goals for the future, so you can think big. You can become a leader or a mentor for other people. That's why it's so important to forge these relationships and build a network around you, because you're going to be going places now. On the 25th, it's a good day to reform parts of your life. You'll be quite quick-witted, quick thinking on this day. The Sun makes an aspect to Uranus, so you'll be open to change. Then on the 27th, there's a full moon. This full moon's in your 2nd house, and this is in the house of Virgo. So it could make you feel unsettled. This could put pressure on you, and you might become quite possessive of things that are around you. You could become quite insistent on your values and your beliefs and defend them for no apparent reason. You may feel threatened. Your security may feel threatened. But you needn't be worried. It's a good time to finish things off, because the full moon's about endings. So you can get rid of a lot of things that maybe you put too much store by. It's not the objects that you have, it's the memories that go with them that you want. So you don't need to keep all the objects. You can let go of them. You can have a clear out. You can reform parts of your life so that you've got less baggage to carry around, so that you can move faster when necessary. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. And if you'd like to leave a comment, I'll be glad to hear from you.